You want to grow your own consulting business, but you're not quite sure which direction to take? Here are 5 hot and highly profitable consulting business ideas. For more advice on how to grow and scale your own consulting business, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you are notified when new videos go live every Tuesdays and Fridays. After spending 15 years in the corporate world, I launched my own consulting business and grew it up to $200,000 revenue within the first year, and I want to help you do exactly the same thing. The first idea is helping tech startups with their sales. They need help setting up their strategy when it comes to sales, the processes as well. So whether they just struggle to find leads or they struggle to transform those leads into prospects and then paying clients, they need help. They don't have a lot of money. They cannot hire a VP sales just yet. They don't have a big sales team, if any sales reps at all. So having a consultant basically connect with them and help them set everything up so that either the founder of the company now knows how to basically generate sales for himself, or having the consultant basically set up everything so that they can make that first sales hire. This is an area where these companies have a lot of appetite. These companies need help, and having a consultant come in makes a lot of sense for them. So this is actually a really good idea if you have sales expertise, marketing expertise, business development expertise. You can absolutely help these companies. Another highly profitable consulting business idea is actually helping professionals get leads for their business. So I'm talking chiropractors, lawyers, financial advisors, gym owners, dentists. All of these people, they are great at what they do, but they didn't study marketing. And back in the days, 10, 15, 20 years ago, they would basically turn to Yellow Pages directories, for example, to attract clients. But now that the world moved online, they don't have that digital marketing expertise. And maybe you have it, or maybe you're willing to basically take a few months and learn what you need to learn so that you can actually connect these people with their market, bring them some leads in the door. And often enough, these companies, so for example, take a roofing company, right? So they build roofs, residential, commercial, industrial, and these are like 30, 40, 50,000 plus contracts. So this is highly lucrative for a consultant. If the consultant can come in and say, hey, you know what, I'm going to help you get 3, 4, 5 more contracts every month. How much is that worth to you? Then of course the company is going to say, yeah, I'll pay you $5,000 to $10,000 every month for you to help me do that. So there's a lot of money in that field. So if you have an interest, so maybe you're a CrossFit fanatic, you love CrossFit, and you've been working in marketing, and you're like, hey, I would love to help CrossFit boxes basically get more membership, right? So this is definitely doable. It's something that already exists. There's a market for this. There's a lot of money exchanging hands between these CrossFit boxes, for example, or these dentists or these roof companies or these plumbers to people in marketing, people who are sending them clients. So that's also a great thing to keep in mind. If you're thinking of launching your consulting business, or if you already are a consultant, full-time, independent, I would love to know, like, what are the ideas that you are exploring right now, or what is it you're doing exactly right now as a consultant? So comment below, let me know, and let's get this conversation started. Here's a third idea. Picture this: helping mid-sized companies that are rapidly growing select, hire, and train faster, better and faster, right? So these companies, if they hire the wrong people, or if it takes too long for them to train, or if people that they've just hired leave within the first few weeks because their processes are like all over the place, this is hurting the top line, the bottom line of the business. And so there's a lot of money to be made in helping these companies having a much better process when it comes to finding, hiring, and training the new employees. Now, you can help in all 3 of these things, or you can help with just one of these 2 things, and that's okay too. You will get your money. It's going to be super easy for you to do like $10, $15, or $20,000 a month if you can help these companies basically secure their rapid growth, right? If you can make it less of a risk for these companies to kind of like hit like just hit like go down a cliff when they're growing, by helping them basically secure that part of the business, they're going to be showering you with money. So if you have expertise in, I don't know, if you're a hiring manager and you have like this perspective from like the manager side, or if you were in HR, or if you were like even in sales, like people in sales have so much to teach to basically people in HR when it comes to finding the right people and connecting with enough people and growing like a pipeline and sourcing basically future employees. So this is also a pretty solid idea if you feel like you have what it takes. All right, the fourth idea, let's go back to our beloved tech companies, right? I come from tech, and that's why it's easier for me to come up with some examples here. So tech companies oftentimes, like it's all about the product. And when they release their product, they feel like they never go fast enough and the product is never really good enough. So what if you are this person that basically helps these companies release their products faster and better? So when I say better, it could be a better user experience, user interface, so that the clients actually enjoy using the product more, and the product basically has a better market fit, right? So there's a lot of risk when it comes to these companies releasing these products, where if they work really hard on that launch and they launch a product and then the product bombs and it doesn't get like the validation from the market that the company was expecting, this really sets them back and basically puts the company in danger. So you can bet your ass that there are consultants out there who are basically there to help mitigate that risk and also accelerate the rate at which these products or these extra features or these updates are basically going out. So for example, you could be a current dev, like you could be like a team lead, or you could be like a director of engineering, and you could be like, hey, I can absolutely help companies, like I have a process in place, or I'm really good at identifying the holes, and I'm really good, I would see myself really kind of going in a dev team and working with their head of technology and helping them basically improve their processes so that they can mitigate that risk, and they can improve basically the quality of whatever they put out there. So that's if you have this background, this dev background, right? This way of doing things. If you have this expertise, this know-how from your current career or your past career, then this is absolutely something you should look into as well. All right, the last highly profitable consulting business idea is helping companies increase the effectiveness of their sales team. If you have sales expertise, you could absolutely go in there. And when I say go in there, it could be completely remotely, by the way, right? I work remotely. Everyone in my consulting bootcamp they're building their consulting business. It's all done remotely. But nowadays, it's absolutely possible and doable to help companies improve the effectiveness of their sales from a distance, right? So maybe you were like this amazing sales rep, or maybe like an account exec, or maybe you were a sales manager or sales director, VP of sales, and you're like, hey, yeah, I can absolutely help other companies improve their sales processes. So whether you are a coach for the B players or even the C players. In sales, we always say there's the A, the B, the C players. So maybe you're a coach for the B players, or maybe you're someone who can actually train new sales managers, right, from a distance. So the company, they pay you, you are an experienced sales manager, the director is kind of new, and they need someone to kind of come in and, again, it could be remotely, come in and train their sales management. It could be you're helping them basically better utilize Salesforce or HubSpot or whatever CRM they're using. Thing is, some companies are really relying heavily on a Salesforce. It costs them millions of dollars. And if you can come in and basically improve the close rate, or improve or reduce the sales cycle and stuff like that, even if it's marginal, this will translate into a lot of money for them. Right, so this is basically a consulting business that can very easily net you $100,000, $200,000, $500,000 a year. So if you have sales expertise, this is definitely an area where you would like to research and have a look. But definitely, I can tell you already, there's a market for this, and there's a lot of money for that. If you're serious about launching and growing a consulting business, I've got two amazing gifts for you right now. The first one is a complete framework of how I basically built my $200,000 consulting business for my first year. And it's also the framework that I'm teaching my clients inside a consulting bootcamp. So they paid thousands of dollars for this, and I'm giving it to you for free. So if you're interested in reading, like just basically opening my head and just seeing everything that is in there, and seeing how I made this happen for myself step by step, more than welcome to get this. It's a 25-page PDF document. You can get it below, and there's a link there. Also, I am running a Facebook community for independent consultants, and what I do in there is a few things. So every Friday, I go live and I basically mentor people in the community for free. So people send me the questions throughout the week, and I take the questions and I just give them like absolute clarity. I tell them exactly what I think. So you can ask me questions about, hey, what should I focus on? Or you can ask me questions about how can I find my first clients? How can I handle a difficult objection on a sales call with a potential client, stuff like that. And I just do this completely for free. So if you're interested in joining the community, the group is called Quest to 10K, right? And you can get this below. You can just basically, again, click on the link, and it's going to be amazing having you in. Finally, if you enjoyed this video, just know that on my channel, there's a bunch of other videos which are all targeted at helping independent consultants basically grow their business. So go in there, dive. Again, if you haven't subscribed, you should definitely do it because I'm always adding new stuff and you don't want to miss out. And please reach out. If you have any questions, I'm there. Cheers to your success.